So if you want your vision of what you say you want to be or what you want to do, if you want to live up to that model, it takes execution. It's called heavy lifting. The heavy lifting is in the weight room pumping the iron. Your pumping iron is executing on whatever those goals and objectives are that you've laid out. Execute. Remember, vision without execution is nothing more than an illusion. We talked about the head start. You got it. You are a leader of tomorrow. It is who you are. You are defined by it. I graduated from the Greater Hartford Black MBA Association Leadership of Tomorrow program. That says a lot. They expect more of you because now you carry the brand of the program. You make the program makes you. It's a symbiotic relationship. We expect more of you, you expect more of us. You deliver, we deliver. Let your learnings take over. Relax. All too often, folks get tense. We try to memorize life. Life is hard to memorize. Do I put one foot in front of the other? Do I step here? Relax. Let it come out. It's here. You've gone through 3 years of an LOT program. When the times get tough, you sit back and say, it's there. It'll come out. But the more you pressure yourself, the more you will limit yourself. Let your learnings come out. Think about what you have gained from this program and execute for yourself and for the legacy that you will build. Let me change gears just a minute here and go in and talk a little bit more personally, my personal letter to you. So when Harvey asked me to speak, I was elated. Didn't know what I was going to talk about. But as most of my friends know, that doesn't stop me anyway, you know. I can be asked to speak. I can be asked to speak about anything I get up. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but it just happens. Folks say, give him a mic and a camera and he'll give up food. A mic and a camera and he'll give up food. But I was really elated that Harvey asked because I know, and by the way, I'm honored that you all would remember some of those quotes and some of those things, because those things tend to resonate in your head over and over and over again. And it's good to get some validation and confirmation that you listened and you heard those. Because my daughter says, oh, yeah, Dad. My daughter's repeated to me like rote memory, but it's good to hear others say it. And sometimes others give you confirmation or give you a story about my youngest daughter. So I would tell her certain things, and she had a friend that was in the Inroads program, and I was speaking at the Inroads program. And the young lady, her friend did not know that I was Morgan's dad. And so she was on Facebook telling me about this pretty decent speaker that they had for the day. It was great, whatever else. And so I hear her yell, Dad! I said, what? She said, where were you today? I said, I was giving a speech, and so she shows me what the young lady has said. So confirmation from others is a good thing. So Casey and Tyler and Prescott and all the others that you remember something, I'm going to tell Morgan, my youngest daughter, that others are listening. She listens too as well. She doesn't want me to know she listens. But anyway, when Harvey asked me to speak, I thought about this, and then I certainly consult with him. Remember I said, what I didn't say, the best part of your bio, the stuff that people say, you know, anybody got time for that? As Sweet Brown would say. The best part of the bio really becomes at the end. It's sort of like the fine point I'm a finance guy. It's the fine print in the footnotes in a financial statement. That's the best part. That's where the substance is. Because they're going to tell you all the other stuff right up front. Oh yeah, he worked it, but it's the bottom part that's the most important point. And the bottom part of my resume and bio always says, wife of 28 years, 2 adult daughters, and they keep going up. That's the best part of it. Because that's really where the real responsibilities lie. So when Harvey asked me, I started thinking about this, and then I went and says, hey, I've got to give this speech, so let me talk to my girls. Well, it was very easy. They're 27 and 23, a little bit older. But when they were 18 and off to college, I wrote them letters. And the letters are similar today for what's happening with what you should hear. So all I have done with these 2 letters is I still have their names in them, but you replace your name. Tyler, Tanita, Kiera, Ron, in the place, because the content is the same. It really is. And I asked them for it. And so one of these letters is 10 years old. My oldest, Aaron, is 27. So this letter is dated, and here it is. I can't get the copy. The original copy, and I saw it, looks as if I just wrote it. She has kept it just like that. I had to take a copy, so this is a copy. Going down to Atlanta, this is about 12 pages of handwritten. We had computers then, but I just wrote it in draft. So I'm going to read to you a little bit of this because I think it's relevant here. Same thing for Morgan. Same thing. But they pulled out and they sent them to me because I tell them they should read them often. And then I think I got my emotion out when reading them at home. But I think some of the stuff will apply and parents will feel the same way. It's some of the things that I think you should hear. And so, August 13th, dear Aaron, so dear Tyler, Tanita, Kiera, and Ron, this weekend, let's roll it forward. It's August. You're going to school, you're going to UConn, you're going to Worcester, you're going to Clark, you're going to Southern New Hampshire, and you're going to UConn. So let's roll it forward. We were on our way to Atlanta. This weekend marks a big weekend for you and our family, the weekend of college orientation. It is one of the many steps in a successful life journey. Going to college and beginning your next academic pursuit ranks right up there with all the other things in our family, our wedding, the births, so forth and so on. We'll go through that. All very important to us. They make us who we are, and at least they contribute to it. It seemed only like yesterday. Parents will agree with this, I'm sure. It seemed like only yesterday that we were dropping you off. We lived in Philadelphia at the time, at daycare, when mom was off to work and dad was on his bike going to school. I was a student bum, I guess you could say back then. My dad used to say, son, you ever going to get a job? What's a job, Dad? I'm going to get all the education I can get until I have to start working. But I was off to B school. Has it really been 18 years? The parents would ask that question, has it really been 18 years since they were babies? You are embarking on one of the most important parts of your life, your college experience. Make the most of it. Learn, cherish, have fun, develop relationships, and enjoy. Tanita said the same thing. It's always tough following young speakers because they say what's all need to be said. And I got to do it in about an hour. He said, no, Mr. Jones, we're not going to be here an hour, are we? We have a little fun. 18 years have gone by fast. 4 years of Spelman, my oldest, both of my girls went to Spelman, will go by even faster. So 4 years at UConn, 4 years at Southern New Hampshire, 4 years at Clark, 4 years at UConn will go by fast. You can say, wait a minute, wasn't that just LOT last year? It's going to blink, it's going to go by fast. Make every day here count. We were on the campus of Spelman, so make every day at your school count. Keep things in balance and be smart. You are mature enough to understand that being smart covers a lot of territory that Dad really does not have to describe. Be smart. I could write a lot of rules, long-winded, but I won't. I'm confident in your abilities and equally as confident that you will do extremely well at Spelman. I said I don't write rules, and I went on to write like 10 pages of this. I'm not going to read all of it, trust me, just some of the salient points that I think is important here. Mom and I, and your little sister too, are very proud of you. Give your best in everything you do. As we've learned from some of your experiences, never ever give up. Ronald, never ever give up. Okay, so maybe I was late, maybe I nodded off it, never ever give up, right? You acknowledge that, never give up. Academically, study hard and study smart all the time. Believe in yourself and know that you can and will accomplish the task ahead of you, however large or small the challenge. Attend all classes, sit in the front and center. And Casey knows this, when you show up on time, you're late. If you just show up on class, some of the stuff will come by osmosis, I guarantee you. If you just show up and sit in class, some of it will just seep in by osmosis. Let the professor know that you are interested in his or her subject. Seek their counsel. Develop the relationship. There's no greater satisfaction or confirmation than knowing that you are interested in what they have to say. There's no greater confirmation and knowing and hearing that Tyler remembered some things, that Prescott remembered some things, that Casey remembered some things. There's no greater confirmation than folks listen and hear what you've got to say. Develop a relationship. Be enthusiastic and always have a positive attitude. Your friends, professors, and colleagues will take notice and enjoy your company. Really get into your classes. Take learning outside the classroom. Live what you are studying and make your classes, it will make your classes study that easier. Just a side here, this is not the letter. What I've learned in my years is that we study hard. We as African Americans and minorities, we study hard. We go to the library, we cram, we're hardworking. Study smart. Engage your colleagues. Live your lessons. When you learn something in the classroom, apply it outside. If you're in math and statistics and they talk about function, what's the function of a step versus this step? Apply it. When you're learning some biology, think about it. That's learning. It comes out. It's not memorizing. That's studying smart. Don't study hard, study smart. Don't wait till the end of the semester and cram it down your throat. Learn it. Live it. That's the best thing you can do. Your transcript and grades will give you an indication, will give some an indication of who you are. Don't use it as an excuse. Well, I had to work. I got sick. My car broke down. Your transcript will follow you the rest of your life. Don't explain it away. Let it talk for itself. Start out strong and stay strong. Make your first semester one that will set momentum for the future. Learn because you want to learn. Don't get behind. It's hard to catch up. It really is. You get a C this semester, you get an A next semester, you still got a B. It's hard to catch up. Start out. You've been catapulted to the front. You got 10 yards to go to the finish line. And you let them catch up with you because you didn't do the heavy lifting. Don't get behind. Study a little. Take it from your dad. We've all been there before. Study just a little bit on Friday and Saturday night before the party. Okay? It's amazing what 15 to 30 minutes will do Friday night. Between 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, well, they go out 10 o'clock now. Between 3 o'clock and 10 o'clock, nothing's going on campus anyway. Folks on campus are going home. Everybody else is trying to figure out what they're going to do. Get your hour study in. You'll be that much further along. I told her to study on Friday night before the party at the house. That was the Moore house where she was, probably where they all hang out all the time anyway. Study with your friends. Don't cram. Get involved socially and extracurricular activities, but keep them in balance. Allow those activities to complement who you are, not to make who you are. Okay? Complement who you are, not make who you are. The fact that I was a fraternity guy, my daughter's a sorority woman, it complements them, it doesn't make them. The fact that you may be leaders of this business club complements you, doesn't make you. You will develop friendships that will last a lifetime in college. You will also come across challenging relationships. Do not let the challenging relationships derail you. Derail you. Boys, I had 2 daughters, so Tyler, Tanita, Kiera. Ronald, you place it with girls. So I said boys, boys. I ran out of paper. I had to borrow some paper somewhere else to finish writing it. But boys, this is one the girls like to repeat for me all the time, which I love it. Take it from your dad. I too was a college boy at one time. Okay? And that's what they are at this stage in life. They are college boys. Do I dare say any more? But I will. Be smart. Of course, I do all after your dad is never lost for words, as if by the fact that I ran out of paper and started to run on more. Back to boys. Choose your friendships and relationships carefully. Friendships and relationships are only a part of the college experience. Do not allow a friendship, especially a boy,